Kia ora, haere mai, greetings and welcome. I am Guru and welcome to my channel, fellow State of Decay 2 survivors. As you all know, the latest update, Update 33, has been a hot topic of discussion within the gaming community. While some are excited about the new challenges it brings, others are genuinely worried that it may be too difficult to enjoy. But fear not, because I've got you covered. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the ultimate strategy guide for Update 33. You'll learn everything you need to know to tackle the new challenges and overcome the obstacles that come your way. So whether you're a seasoned player or a newcomer to the game, sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Okay, Update 33 has arrived, and it's time to gear up for some serious changes. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the new demands of the game, especially if you haven't had a chance to experience it for yourself, then take a deep breath and relax, because you've got this. When you load an existing community, you'll get a breather as the plague hearts all go back to sleep, and the infestations which were on the map will slowly wither away and die. But if you're starting fresh, which is my focus of this video, it's time to get strategic and put your survival skills to the test. I'll be sharing some tips on how to thrive in this new environment and conquer the challenges ahead. This is phase 1 of our early game strategy against the infestations. For the fresh community, once you have secured the starter base, it's time to get to work by gathering materials and resources. Nothing new here, but now we have a very clear list of priorities. Number 1. Resources that are in the red. We need to solve this as it will allow our community to operate without penalty, and time is of the essence. 2. Ammo. Super important. You'll need this for any radio calls and outpost defenses. 3. Guns. Lots of guns, and actual guns for your survivors to use in base defense. Keep the crossbows yourself, but give the actual guns to your fellow survivors. 4. Parts. Even more now, parts are the oil in the engine of any State of Decay 2 community. You'll want to seek these out and stockpile them, and you'll see why later on in the video. You will be able to secure a lot of this gear in nearby buildings and scavenge sites. Try to stay outside of any plague territories early on, so as not to risk waking any plague hearts. If you wake a heart too early, then that can put a lot of pressure on your community. So this may mean that you might want to delay that trip to Dewey's hardware until after we have prepared ourselves and completed phase 2 of the early game strategy. Seeing as we're talking about plague territories, let's talk about missions. Missions pop up all the time, and sometimes these will be centered in a plague territory. This provides an even more acute risk-reward scenario than prior to the update. To weigh this up, we need to make a good assessment on whether the mission is worth it, and whether we have the means to complete the mission and return alive. Remember, you can't win the game on the first mission, but you sure as heck can lose it. So in the early game, err on the side of caution. If you decide the mission is worth it, then there are some strategies you can apply to give you the best chance of success without waking a heart. Firstly, park well outside the plague territory if at all possible. The key here is to avoid the zombies becoming aware of you, because if they are aware of you and you kill them, they will begin to awaken the heart. By parking outside the plague territory and moving in under crouch and stealth, you will avoid this happening. Keep your eyes open and your ears pricked for screamers. Turn the volume up if you have to. If a screamer spots you, the jig is up, and the best course of action is probably to retreat immediately to your vehicle or safe zone. Get out of the plague territory before the screamer wakes up the heart. Should zombies see you or get in your way, you can grab and throw them without killing them, and this means they will not wake up the heart. But the safest way of navigating plague territory is by completing phase 2 of the early game strategy. In phase 2, we seek to improve the safety of our community. We do this by claiming a defensive outpost close to our base, ideally one that hordes will likely have to pass through to get to you. We also want to use billboards and towers to scout buildings. In particular, we are looking for isolated plague hearts which may be vulnerable to attack, but ultimately we're looking to locate the nearest cell tower and any plague hearts which would need to be destroyed in order to allow us to claim the cell tower as an outpost. Now I hear you ask, why would I want to use one of my valuable beginning outpost slots for a cell tower? Well, it's for one thing and one thing only, and that is the plague disruptor. And now you'll understand why parts are so valuable. For less than the cost of a toolkit, you can equip yourself with this game-changing device. By activating the disruptor, you gain a significant advantage as you can move around the map without triggering nearby plague hearts. This means that you can complete missions, loot areas, and even destroy plague hearts without setting off an unwanted chain reaction. With the plague disruptor in hand, the waking mechanic becomes practically nullified, providing you with well over an hour of gameplay where you can roam freely. Additionally, with different skills, you can further enhance this effect. Imagine eliminating multiple plague hearts within a cluster without waking a single nearby heart, all the while taking down hordes of zombies and dozens of freaks. But remember, parts are not only just used for the plague disruptor, but also for outpost mines, another powerful weapon against the undead. These mines, when combined with lures, can be incredibly effective. While they do cost slightly more, along with ammo and fuel, they offer a significant duration of protection. Establishing a defensive outpost nearby your base and equipping it with mines can truly save your community in times of danger. With the completion of Phase 2 in your early game strategy, you have effectively equipped yourself to combat the two major early game threats posed by Update 33. The first threat is accidental wakening of the plague hearts. Thanks to the plague disruptor, you now have the means to avoid waking hearts unnecessarily. This powerful tool allows you to gather resources, build your community and progress without the fear of setting off chain reactions which awaken plague hearts. The second threat is a Severity 3 siege. As you progress, it's highly likely that your community will one day face one of these intense sieges. While a community armed with good guns can handle the first two waves, the third wave poses a real challenge with the inclusions of juggernauts and ferals. However, with your defensive outpost armed with lures and mines, you can draw the siege to your outpost and eliminate the horde effectively. Alternatively, you can even lead the horde into the outpost mines yourself. By doing so, you will instantly destroy the attacking zombies and protect your community during the third wave. I personally tested and employed these techniques, and I can confidently testify that they work. By following this early game strategy and utilizing the plague disruptor and defensive outpost, you'll be well prepared to tackle the challenges of Update 33 and lead your community to victory. Update 33 brings forth new mechanics, threats and complexities that demand a re-evaluation of your strategy. Merely sticking to what you've always done may lead to deadly outcomes. However, along with these challenges come additional tools and strategies that, when utilized properly, significantly mitigate the threats. Remember the three key pillars of this strategy: preparation, plague disruptors, and defensive outposts. By focusing on these pillars, you'll position yourself to not only survive, but thrive in the apocalypse. If you found this guide helpful, I would greatly appreciate it if you could show your support by hitting that like button. Let me know in the comments what strategy you've employed that have worked or maybe haven't worked. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions and provide clarification on any points in the video that may not have been conveyed clearly. Also, let me know if you'd like a mid-game strategy guide for Update 33, as the challenges continue to evolve as the game progresses. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this guide useful and enjoyable. Wherever you are, go in peace. Ka kite. Bye for now.